So we have a new boss in Dead Rails. It is called the Goliath boss, and I'm going to show you how to get this boss right now. Currently at the test server, so that's how we get access as content creators. A little early, actually quite early. I mean, we get like this a whole day before. It's pretty crazy. So I'm going to go and cash these gold bars real quick, and then I'm going to also pick up this new crossbow. So they added a crossbow. They also added a bunch of other stuff I'm going to talk about shortly here, but you can see they've got like crossbows. You can get these at the Stillwater Prison, as well as the blunderbuss. I believe you can get the elephant rifle there too. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check that. They also have this ballista now, which is pretty cool looking. You can put this on your train, and then of course you can, you know, put the ballista bolts and weld them next to it. There's also an Excalibur Sword, which is pretty crazy. This thing's super fast, and that's pretty much at the prison. I'm going to show you that in a second. And then they have bear traps, which is pretty crazy. Like, you can weld this and it activates it. So that's it right there. Ow. I'm actually stuck. Okay. So yeah, you can pretty much just weld that, and that's how you activate it. So if, you know, you're worried about those zombies, you know, piling in on you, well, there you go. Crossbow's really cool. Blunderbuss is pretty cool. Elephant rifle is really OP. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these real quick because we're going to need them. There's also gunpowder barrels. Not really sure what these are for yet. Yeah, I got to experiment with this one a little bit more, but that's not the focus for this video. We're going to be doing the Goliath boss. Now, I already beat him. There is a technique that I want to show you, which is pretty cool. Let me go buy some stuff real quick. But I beat him pretty easily, so he's supposed to be really hard, but if you do this technique, he's really easy. I'm also going to get one of these because it gets really dark at night. So let me go ahead and get that on. Get some coal. Now, sometimes in the test servers, they make it really easy for you to get stuff. So my assumption is that the Stillwater Prison is accessible later. In this case, they made it pretty early. So just keep that in mind. If, you know, I'm telling you like, hey, it's really easy, you just get it, you know, the first base or two. That might not be the case. So real quick, I'm going to show you the damage that these new weapons do so you can see how they work. And then we're going to head off. I'm just going to shoot this guy right here. So this is a crossbow to the head. Doesn't do much. I mean, it's 1/3. Blunderbuss. I'm going to hit this guy over here so he's fresh. Things like a shotgun. Pretty much one shot to the face. It's crazy. And then the elephant rifle. Also one shot to the head. Now, when you're trying to like kill enemies, it does take a lot more than that. So just keep that in mind. Now, the last time I did this, the base was pretty much at the first safe zone. It might be the same again, just because, you know, it is on the test server. So typically for testers, they don't want you to have to travel forever. So while we're traveling here to the first safe zone or looking for the prison, you'll notice on the top left, it says party ID, and then it shows some like letters, like mine says LS5DT. Well, you can write that down or copy it down, screenshot it ideally would be easier. And if you get disconnected from your friends or your party, you can rejoin them using that ID. Sure enough, the Stillwater Prison is in the same spot. So it's right here. The boss spawns after you kill like all the guards. It's kind of like raiding the castle or any of the forts, but instead you got these like archers. There's a new faction that protects or occupies the prison, and they're pretty much like former guards and prisoners. And somehow they're immune to the zombie plague, according to the devs. Believing that they were chosen for a higher purpose, they live a medieval life fighting with swords and crossbows. So I'm just going to kind of come over here to trigger them. Yeah, there they are. Now, a bunch of them start coming out. You can see the crossbow takes like 3 hits to kill these guys. Blunderbuss is going to be probably 2+1. Yep. Because they're kind of armored. But yeah, there's going to be like 30 of these guys. So don't try to do this by yourself unless you are fully loaded. Just be careful not to get hit because the arrows hurt. There we go. This is just the beginning though. Like I had like 30 of these guys. Okay, so far we've killed like what, 5, 6, 7. This is only like half of them. Oh no, we've killed a lot more than that. There's more coming. Oh, I got hit. By the way, quick tip on these guys, because I was doing it all wrong and I kind of figured it out a little bit later. You can actually one-shot all these knights. All you got to do is just make sure you hit them in the foot or the arm. Don't try to aim at their chest or the helmet, because that will obviously be hitting the armor. Just hit their arms or legs and you should be able to one-shot these guys with pretty much the elephant gun or the blunderbuss. Don't do what I did. I did the dumb. All right, so since it's nighttime, I'm just going to chill right here, unless it's going to be a storm, because we want it to be daytime. All right, that should be the end of the night. We're just gonna head over. So what you're gonna want to do is, as soon as you go in, there might be a couple stragglers in here. You can see the Excalibur off in the distance here. We're just gonna like kind of go on to Excalibur here. It should trigger the boss. We're not gonna try to completely collect it. We're gonna head over here. Yeah, here he is. All right, the boss is here. There he is. So he has a cannon. You can see he's just kind of stuck. His pathfind is all messed up. So just stay inside this building and shoot him in the head over and over. Or you could like light him up with Molotovs if you really want to. But he's pretty easy. It's quite the chill fella, you know? Yeah, he's willing to you know, drop dead after a few shots. But yeah, that's pretty much the guy. The guy you were worried about. But you can come over here now. You can claim Excalibur. Excalibur's pretty crazy. I don't know why it takes about an hour to claim. Probably so you can't just come like straight in and just grab it. But this is crazy. Look how fast Excalibur is. You pretty much just run an auto clicker on it and it's OP. Let's go over to minimum security and max security. I haven't been in these. See if there's anything interesting. Like some decent loot. Going max. Yeah, pretty much the same loot. Gold stuff. Yeah, pretty much as expected. And now we're gonna head out and test out Excalibur real quick. Let's just try it on one of these guys real quick. Let's see what happens. Oh, you can't use swords against them. Oh, that's too bad. It's about to be nighttime anyway, so let's see what happens. Oh, right here, right here. All right, let's see how much damage this does. I mean, dude, it strikes him down with lightning after what? How many hits? How many hits was that? Oh, shoot. Dude, it's like 4 hits. That's pretty powerful. Wow. That's insane. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth getting Excalibur. That is crazy. Come here, vampire. What's up, man? Aw, rip. Man, it's like one-shotting them. Oh my. They have no chance. Okay, I'm almost dead though. All right. Let's go to the zombie town. Let's try this out in the zombie town. All right, here we go. Excalibur time. Dude. Oh my gosh, it took both of them out. Oh my gosh. This thing's insane. Okay, I'm almost dead. Okay, that was close. It's insane. Such a good weapon. So yeah, new boss. That's pretty much how you beat him. Pretty easy. They also have this crazy weapon. Love it. On top of that, they added a bunch of other stuff. If you go over to the tailor over here for the new classes, they added several of them. They have a new hunter class where you spawn with the crossbow and bear traps, but all wild wolves will be werewolves, which is not that big of a deal because sometimes there's not that many wolves, so who cares if they're werewolves? The president spawns a powerful soldier on your death, but enemies can see you 2 times as far. And you also have a demolitionist, which spawns with 4 landmines and a gunpowder barrel, immune to explosive damage. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think of this update in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy grinding. Peace.